And I want to share with you, Rabbi Say, what it was that really inspired me to this. There's something that happened to me. This is a story I'm going to share with you. You heard it here first. The only ones who've heard it are my own private little family. I shared it with them on Sukkot. My son made a siyum on a few storm and Mishnayos. You'll understand why at the end I shared it. The oilam was pashut, blown off their chairs. This is not a story that I heard from somebody else who added some details for additional effect. This is not a story I read somewhere. No. B'didi havov. I'll give you dates, times, names, everything. So, as you know, you're all my loyal listeners. You know we have our Mega Not MAGA campaign, so that means shutting off all avenues, all channels. We're not listening to news. We're not following the war. We're not doing any of that stuff. If somebody tells me something, I know. If they don't tell me, I don't know. Finished. And that's it. Now, on Hey Elul, which was the third day of Aseret Mitzvah, it was Monday. The English date was October 7th, and apparently there must have been a lot of commemorations, and the press was probably reporting on it. There's probably a lot of stuff to be shared. Why do I think so? Because my inbox was filling up that day. People were sending videos and articles and things like that. People, friends, family, and everything. Now, it all goes right in the garbage. I don't even bother to open it. I don't bother to look at it. I made one exception. Why? Because one of my siblings sent me a video and said, you must watch this. This has nothing to do with the war. It's nothing to do with anything. This is just a father of a soldier who was never killed, talking and saying divrei chizuk, saying beautiful, beautiful words about chizuk, about emunah, and just listen to this. You'll have gewaltig chizuk from it. So I said, okay. I'm not going to hold it against him that he got this emunah, he got this chizuk through the war. So fine, I listened, and it was a fellow. His name was Yitzchak or Itzik Banzel. And Itzik Banzel is the father of a soldier. His name is Amit, who, Rahman Litzlan, lost his life in the Gaza campaign, I guess fairly early, sometime in December. And this Itzik is talking, and he's saying how he was at a levaya. He was at a levaya from Nebuch, a soldier who was killed, and he said, Ribono Shel Olam, don't put me in this nisayon. Please, whatever you do, Ribono Shel Olam, don't give me this nisayon. I won't be able to be omer. I have 2 sons in the battlefield. Please, I beg you, don't put me in this nisayon.
הסתכלתי לשמיים, פניתי לקדוש ברוך הוא, אמרתי לו, קדוש ברוך הוא, זה אני איציק הקטן. אל תעמיד אותי בניסיון הזה. יש לי 2 בנים שם, אני לא אעמוד בניסיון.
And he said he and his wife have been davening. Now, you look at this yid, I don't even know where, what, I don't know where he hangs his hat, I don't know what shul he belongs to, I don't know anything, wouldn't know anything. It's not apparently, it's not readily apparent on him. But he's saying how he davened, and his wife davened every tefillah, everything they possibly could to heal him, everything davened, crying, talk to Rabbi Shlam. He comes home from the levaya of his friend's son, and they're waiting for him with terrible, terrible news.
ולא ידעתי בשעה שאני מדבר איתו שעמית שלי כבר לא בין החיים. כשנכנסתי הביתה הם כבר היו בפנים, ואז שאלתי אותם מי מבין הבנים, נדב או עמית. אתה בוכה כל היום, אתה בוכה כל הלילה, לפעמים ישנם הפסקות. רגע, כל ה-62 יום האלה התפללתי, אשתי ישבה ואמרה פרקי תהילים ערב ערב, נשמת כל חי, כל דבר שמישהו אמר תגידו כדי שזה יעזור לחיילים. אני יכול להעיד על אשתי שישבה שעות והתפללה, ופתאום הקדוש ברוך הוא לא נהנה לבקשה שלך, והוא לוקח את בנך יקירך, אני ואשתי.
He finds out, Nebuch, it's his son, Amit. And as a result, he's saying a person has to be mechazek. We asked Ribono Shel Olam, but Ribono Shel Olam said no. And he's talking about chizuk and emunah, and he's saying Amit was a maimin. You have to do it for him. I have to do it for him because he was a maimin. He was so strong in his emunah and Ribono Shel Olam, and that's what we have to be strong.
כל יום אנחנו מהצהריים יוצאים לנחם בבתי אבלים של משפחות שאנחנו לא מכירים. ואז, כמו שאמרתי, התשובה באמונה כנראה פוגשת אותנו גם ביכולת לנחם, בלי משווה למענה. מהקדוש ברוך הוא משווה. אחד, סליחה, כי עמית היה כזה. אבו אמונה חזקה מאוד.
And then he goes on to say how we're not allowed to engage in machlokes. A person cannot look at another person and say, oh, I see what you look like, so Mamela, you must be this kind of a person or that kind of a person, and start having tightness and start having negative feelings about it. And he says, you could look at a yid who's in a strimal with a bekesha, and you think to yourself, what does this guy have to do? What has he contributed to the war effort? And little do you know that he's a person who's being oisik, and he's doing, and he's raising money, and he's bringing food, and he's doing, and he's helping in every which way he can, and he's davening, and he's doing. And don't look down on people, and don't stereotype them, and don't dismiss them because they don't look like you. A Haredah Yid is also making a great contribution.
אנחנו מחויבים להפסיק לסמן האחד את השני רק בגלל האופן שבו אנחנו מתלבשים. לא יכול להיות שרואים יהודי חרדי ומיד התשובה היא משתמט. בסוף אנחנו מגלים שאותו יהודי הוא בכלל מ"פ באיזו יחידה. בסוף אני מגלה וגיליתי בחודשים האלה שאותו יהודי חרדי עם הזקן והשטריימל והכל, הוא עושה כאלה נפלאות ואוסף תרומות כדי להעביר אוכל לחיילים בגבול או לא אוכל לחיילים בתוך עזה.
It's not a long video, it's just a minute or two or three. The Gan Chizuk is not very long. Okay. I listened to it. I found a lot of chizuk. Should be a ilu neshama for this son of his, Amit, who was nifter Rahman Litzlan. And right there, okay. Next morning, I'm heading to the airport, taking a flight that afternoon. And I'm listening to a shir. And it's a shir on Maharal. And the Maggid Shir is saying over the Maharal's shita on learning Mishnayos. Apparently the Maharal was very, very strong that a person shouldn't even start Gemara until he's really well grounded and has a strong foundation in Mishnayos. Because if a person does that, the Ganze Shas will become much easier for him. And only start Shas afterwards. And a whole shita, he's going on and on and on. And as he's talking, I'm thinking to myself, he's talking to you. He's talking to you, Elazar, because you know yourself that even as a boy, you didn't gain the foundation in Mishnayos that you should have. And yes, I've learned Mishnayos on and off at various kufas for a couple of years here, a couple of years there. I've never done it the way I really feel I should. And ad kedei kach that even a year ago, I bought myself a beautiful, very, very expensive set of Mishnayos, and I said, Ein malef alamal, I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to make a regular seder kavua, especially both my parents are no longer in this world. I should do it li'ila nishmasam. I should sit down and learn Mishnayos like a mensch. And as I'm listening, I'm on my way to the airport, and I'm hearing this, how the Maharal says you have to learn Mishnayos. And as I write there, I'm thinking to myself, okay, you really, really have to do it. But I didn't make a firm commitment in my mind yet, because it's an Asar Shemei Tshuva, and I'm weighing different things that I have to do for Yom Kippur, and I'm thinking, which Kabbalahs do I want to take upon myself? So I didn't make a firm commitment, but it's in my head. I've got to learn Mishnayos. Come to the airplane. And as I'm boarding the airplane, I look behind me, and all of a sudden I see a fellow, I haven't seen him in 12 years. We're good friends for 5 days. 5 days. 12 years ago. For 5 days, he and I collaborated on a project, on a mitzvah project. And we liked each other then. We worked together very well. For mamish, 5-6 days, I think. And then I haven't spoken to him since. But he's a Torah mensch. He's mamish, an ish pa'olim. He does all kinds of gewaltige chasadim. A murdered person. And we gave a hug, greeted each other. I haven't seen you. How you doing? How am I doing? Good. Baruch Hashem Kavaldik. And as we're walking onto the plane, he says to me, Elazar, you're the perfect person for my project. And he pulls out his phone and he starts to type. And I looked at him. I said, hey, listen to me, Zev. I'm a perfect person not for your project. I don't get into projects. I said, good, don't sign me on to any chats, and don't send me WhatsApps, and don't send me any videos, and I don't want to hear inspirations, and I don't want to hear short videos, I don't want to hear long videos, I don't want to be, I can't, you don't understand, my time is so spoken for, I can't be meshabed myself to another thing. Please, good, don't make me use my delete filter or my delete button every day, please, good. He says to me, no, I don't do that stuff. I'm not doing that. You don't have time learning Mishnayos? Could you learn a little Mishnayos? I said, Mishnayos? Yeah, I can learn Mishnayos. Why? What do you got? He says, listen, I have something. I made a project. It's called Mishnah L'Chayil. He says there's so many Yiddish Kinder Nebuch, so many Yiddish Bachrim, hundreds who have been killed in this war. And everybody's doing alle gute Sachen. Who's learning Mishnayos for these Yingala? Who's learning Mishnayos for these Bacharim? He said, so I made a thing where every single name is entered, and I get people to learn Mishnayos Le'ilu Nishmasam. Tell me, what Mishnayos are you ready to learn? I said, Mishnayos. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is strange. I just on the way here, I'm telling myself I have to learn Mishnayos. Okay, so Rabban Shalom is telling me, yes, this is the right way to go. This is a good commitment to make. So I said, Zevi, no problem. Put me down. I'll learn Masechta Bikurim, Bli Neder, for somebody. I'll learn to be in. I'll learn Masechta Bikurim. He says, okay, great. I'm going to sign you on. I said, I can't sign on. You have to sign me on. He says, okay, good. Give me your email address. Very good. Murray Dick in the belt. He says, I'm going to sign you on. We get on the plane. I'm sitting down. He's sitting down. A couple of minutes later, he comes back to me and says, okay, Elazar, I got it. Masechta Bikurim, you have to finish the Yortzeit on December 24th. I said, okay, great. He says, and your soldier, his name is Amit. I said, Zevi, his name is Amit? Is his father's name Itzik? I don't know. Let me look. Looks at his son. Yeah, how'd you know? Rabbi say, there's Giloi Panim. There's Giloi Panim out there. There's Chesed Hashem. The Rebbeinu Shalom is talking to us. He's talking to us. He's talking to us in ways that are more direct and more open and more zum Zach, directly. He's not, this is loy b'chaloim, loy b'mara, loy b'chida. He's talking to us and saying to us in no uncertain terms what he wants from us. And he's doing it to each and every single one of us. He's telling us, this is what I want from you. I want more tshuva. I want more Torah. I want more tefillah. I want more chesed. I want more tzedakah. I want more. I want more kirva. I want you to be close with me, and I want you to be close with Ali Yidden. I want it to be Achdus and Klal Yisrael. Put away the machlokes, put away the shtusim, put away the narishkeit. Come together and come together with me, says the Rebbeinu Shalom. And if we're going to do that with Nebish's help, we have been zeicha to incredible Giloi Panim. No more Hester Panim. Giloi Panim. And if we continue to be machazek in all of these areas, Be'ezah Hashem, we will be zeicha to witness the Giloi, the kiyum of the pasuk that it says in Micha Perek Zayin, Ki meitzescha me'eretz Mitzrayim erenu neflois. The Rebbeinu Shalom will show us neflois. We've seen neflois. We've seen nisim geluyim. Ki meitzescha me'eretz Mitzrayim erenu neflois. We've heard this pasuk. We've learned this pasuk. Has it ever really resonated the way it resonates today? But it should resonate today. It should talk to us in very real ways. Rabbi say we can be zeicha. Don't wait for Mashiach. I always say, don't wait for Mashiach. Stop waiting for Mashiach. What do you mean you gotta wait for Mashiach? Don't wait. Live Mashiach today. Live the life that we want to have when we're in the Tkufas of Mashiach. What's the Tkufas of Mashiach? What is Tkufas of Mashiach? Is we see the Chesed of Hashem. Tkufas of Mashiach is we go directly to the Rebbeinu Shalom. We don't pay attention to any shtusam. We're done with Shibud Malchus. You could be done with Shibud Malchus today. You don't need Mashiach to take away the Shibud Malchus. You can get rid of it. Flick away all the narishkeit, the news, the Nevi'ei Sheker, the Meshagas, and all the Chazarai, all the running after Moisris, all the running after Taibas. Push that away, and you'll already be in Mashiach Zeit, and you'll be living. You don't have to wait for Mashiach. You'll be living in Mashiach Zeit right now, today. Right now, today. Rabbi said, keep on being machazek. We will see neflois. We will see Be'ezah Hashem Yisbarach. The Bias Girl Tzedek. B'mehera b'yameinu. Amen. 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 Salah.